Sometimes I get kids that are like, she's in a wheelchair, so she must not be able to do well, and I'm not afraid of that.
She's always been really, had a mind of her own and been really pretty independent, so that's good.
I used to live on my own in my own apartment, and I spend a lot of time by myself.
One of the most wonderful things was when she became part of the Imagine group, because that has just been wonderful for her.
Imagine has opened up my life a lot.
Imagine was established back in 1963 by a group of parents who had kids who had intellectual and developmental disabilities and wanted their kids to have the same opportunities as all the other kids who lived in the neighborhood. And that may seem pretty obvious to you and I in 2023, but back then that was a pretty radical idea, because people with intellectual and developmental disabilities were not allowed to be part of their community. In fact, they were literally hidden away, locked up into institutions. And these parents said, that's not right. Our kids have these same inalienable rights as everybody else. And we continue to use that as the foundation of our mission.
I think she is a very good advocate in that, she is able to say what she thinks and what she feels is not appropriate or what's wrong.
When the Denver Art Museum reached out to us to ask us if we could provide assistance to help them make the experience at the museum more inclusive of everybody, including people with disabilities, the first person we thought of was Mandy. And she talked about a variety of things that would just make the experience of visiting the art museum more comfortable to somebody who had a disability.
Hi, my name is Mandy. I've been an Imagine client for about 11 years, and I'm here just to tell you a little bit about accessibility.
Some of the suggestions that Mandy made to the art museum were ways that would make everybody be able to experience exhibits in a way that felt like it was there for them. When you talk about advocacy, that is such a great example of that, because she is expanding all of our viewpoints as to what it means to experience a cultural event. There's a lot of people who still don't recognize the contributions that people with intellectual disabilities bring to their communities. And so it's our job at Imagine to make sure that everybody we serve can and does engage in the communities in the ways that are meaningful to them.
My voice is what has gotten me where I am right now.
And when they're out in the community, this gives them hope. It gives them that, hey, I have a purpose in life too here.
Our goal here is to integrate our community into the community. My grandma used to babysit me all the time when I was little, but I started coming here to Imagine when I was 10. I would sit in my grandma's office with her. Mandy was always so kind to me. I looked up to her a lot because she was so giving and kind, and whenever I was there, she would come out of her room and make sure to spend time with me and talk to me, and it made me feel super special. And so I was like, wow, like how can I give back? As soon as I turned 18, I started working at day program, and I've been here ever since. We have such a hardworking staff. The days are different all the time, and sometimes it can be really hard, and everybody ends the day always with just a smile on their face and like they love to be here, and I really like that. All of our clients have goals that they want to meet, and it's our job to help them meet their goals.
I've always wanted to publish a book, but I wasn't able to publish my book because I didn't know how to go about doing it. It's just something that I have always wanted to do. So.
She writes these stories, and she comes up with some very good ideas, and she writes from the heart just about pretty much how she views life.
As we know, Mandy is a writer, but she can't do that all on her own. And one of the most important pieces of that is assistive technology. So through the technology supports that Imagine has been able to offer her, she has been able to become a published author. Imagine helps her reach far beyond those dreams.
I met somebody when I was in 2018. She was my provider at Imagine, and she was into writing and illustrating. So I asked her if I wrote the stories, if she could illustrate my book.
Throughout Mandy's life, a lot of people have told her she can't do certain things. But time and time again, Mandy has worked to prove them wrong, to show her dignity and worth as a human being. And in that way, I think she is the living embodiment of Imagine's mission.
Well, thank you everybody for coming to Storytime today. Mandy, our author here, is going to be reading from her book, Mandy's collection of short stories.
Josie lives with her family in Colorado. Josie and her mom.
Does everyone want to help read the last line together? Happy birthday, Josie!
Everybody that I know, pretty much, I'm pretty close to, and they all inspire me in some way. I'm just glad that my disability does not stop me, and I pretty much just live my life.
Is now a good time for an autograph?
Yeah. I'm just very glad to be around Imagine and have them as a inspiration in my life, because they've inspired me a lot to do things myself. My voice is very strong.